Hello, welcome back, and thanks for joining. Today we have a dynamic Vinyasa 20-minute flow called the Hum of the Jungla. If you've ever been lucky enough to visit a jungle or rainforest, you'll know that there's a real feeling of aliveness and a fairly high vibration going through it. So that's the inspiration for today's flow. We're going to keep the vibrations pretty high, and to do that, we're going to be moving fairly dynamically through our postures. If you're coming with us for the challenge, thank you for joining. This is day 14. Well done. We're over the halfway mark and we're heading in towards the home straight. So I think without further ado, we should get started. If you're playing the music, we'll click that all together in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll come and find a position lying on our backs on our mat. Letting everything lay out heavy on the mat and just taking a moment at the start of the practice. Start to tune into your own vibration. How are you turning up on the mat this evening? Do you have lots of thoughts, feelings running through the head and the body? Or are you arriving in a more clear space of mind? Just noticing what version of you is here today and trying not to judge it. I know that can be hard, but trying your best not to judge it. Just accepting that's how you turned up. But acknowledging that you've also gifted yourself these next 20 minutes to shift that state, to move into your body, to use the power of your breath, and to see where that will take you. On our inhale, we're going to tuck our feet into our chest and we're going to rock and roll up into a seated position. I'm going to turn to face you, so seated cross-legged. And we're just going to take a couple of rounds of our humming bee breath. So for this breath, we're going to put our fingers over our ears, so to close our ears, but don't do it just yet, because you'll want to hear the instructions first. So we're going to put our fingers over our ears to help close our ears, and we don't need to jam them shut. It's just close the earlobes. And then we're going to inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, we're going to bring in a little hum. And once we do it with the ears closed, you'll really get to feel the vibrations rolling through the body. And we'll do that 4 or so times. So all together, we're going to inhale. And we're going to put those fingers over the ears. And then we start our humming bee breath. When you're ready, take your second inhale. And then exhale it out with the hum. Moving with your breath, and take 2 more rounds, inhaling and exhaling and humming out when you're ready. Really trying to let those vibrations ripple throughout the body. And final round. And then, once you've finished your 4th round, we'll just come back to seated on our mats. Maybe flickering open those eyes. On our inhale, we're going to take our hands up to the sky, and then we're going to roll over those knees, push them back, and we're going to come into a downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out those feet, might be your first dog of the day, maybe having a generous bend in those knees, and then maybe finding a place of stillness, inhaling deeply through the nose, and exhaling through the nose. Our breath is going to be our foundation through this flow. If you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, please turn on your victorious breath, your oceanic breathing now. On the inhale, we're going to come to the tiptoes, look to the top of the mat, and on the exhale, we'll step to the top of the mat, right foot then left foot. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll up, taking those arms up to the sky, let the gaze follow. Exhale, hands to your heart center in your mountain pose. Inhale, hands go up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat, left foot back, right foot back. Because it's our first vinyasa, we can lower the knees, take the chest down on the exhale. On the inhale, come through your cobra. And then push it back to your downward facing dog on the exhale. One breath here, inhaling and exhaling. On the inhale, coming to those tiptoes, stepping the left foot and then the right foot. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take those arms up to the sky. Exhale, coming back through your center. Well done. Inhale, we're going to bend those knees. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands down, step it back, move through your chaturanga. Maybe going through the full version, keeping those knees lifted. Inhaling through your upward facing dog. And exhaling through your downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, on the inhale, our right foot steps to the top of the mat and our arms go up to the sky. Our high lunge. Exhale, take the hands down to the ground, step it back, move through your vinyasa. Inhaling in the upward facing, exhaling in the downward facing dog. From here on the inhale, our left foot steps to the top of the mat. We root down to rise up. Exhale, hands go down to the mat, step the left foot back. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Really nice, everyone. Inhaling here. And exhale. Maintaining that steady rhythm on the inhale. We're going to look towards the top of the mat. We're going to step or maybe hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming through your chair pose. And then exhale, stand up tall. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back, move through your chaturanga, and we'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Starting to get into the rhythm, into a moving meditation. From here, our right foot steps towards the top of the mat again, but this time we're coming into our warrior one on the inhale. So ground down that back foot at a 45-degree angle. Exhale, take the hands down, step it back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing, moving on to the left side, left foot steps forward. Right foot goes down, the heel down, foot on the 45. Exhale, take it down. Really lovely. Starting to build and maintain some heat in the body. And we'll find ourselves in our downward facing dog. for that one breath. On the next inhale, rising to those tiptoes, and we're going to step or hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, your chair pose. And then exhale, come and stand tall at the top of the mat. And just notice how the body's feeling. Are there any sensations flowing around the body? Tap into, has your heart rate changed? Has your rate of breathing changed? Feeling and enjoying the sensations in the body. On our inhale, we'll take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat, but this time we step back and push back into our downward facing dog. On the inhale, we'll raise the right leg to the sky. On the exhale, we'll step it forward, coming into that warrior one. So bending into that right knee, grounding down the back heel, gaze going up to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to open up into our warrior two. Exhale to arrive. Inhaling here. Exhale. The next inhale, we're going to flip our front palm and we're going to reverse the warrior. Exhaling to arrive. Trying to maintain that solid base through the legs. One breath here. The next inhale, we're going to come through our warrior two and down to our extended side angle. So right arm down to the right knee, left arm over the head. Inhale here. Exhale. From here, on the next inhale, we're going to drop both hands down to the mat, lower down our back leg, untuck the toes, and we're coming into our low lunge. Exhaling to arrive. One breath here. Inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, we're coming into our runner's lunge. So you may need to scoot that right foot forward a little bit, or our half splits. And we're going to flex that right foot. Inhaling here. Exhaling. And we'll actually be here for a few more breaths, just breaking the cycle, as this can be a really juicy stretch down the calf or hamstring. I know it always is for me. But still using your breath here, maintaining those inhales and exhales as we have been throughout the flow. On our next inhale, we're going to bend through that front foot, plant the hands down, tuck the back toes, step the foot back, and move through a vinyasa. And we'll find ourselves in our downward facing dog. Taking a little reset here. Maybe having a bend in those knees, pedal out of those feet. Or maybe stillness is calling you today. Preparing to go onto the left side. So on the inhale, the left foot goes up to the sky. And then we step forward, coming into our warrior one, arriving on the exhale. Bending into that left knee, grounding down through that back foot. Taking one breath here. On the next inhale, we are prepared to transition into our warrior two, arriving on the exhale. Flipping that front palm on the inhale. On the exhale, reverse the warrior. One breath here. From here, inhale, coming down into our extended side angle. Right arm going over the head on the exhale. And then take those hands down to the ground. We're coming through the low lunge. Exhaling to arrive. And then hands down to the mat, coming through your half split or runner's lunge. So scooting maybe that left foot out in front, flexing the left foot. Really pulling those insides of the legs together. So your right hip wants to be going forward, your left hip wants to be pulling back. Maybe allowing the music to let you drift deeper into that moving meditation. Final inhale here. Exhaling. On our next inhale, we're going to bend that front foot, plant the hands, tuck the back foot, step it back, and then exhale, move through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. And then on our inhale, we're going to tiptoe towards the top of the mat. And then we'll just find a seated position. Letting those legs run out in front of us. We're going to come into our Paschimottanasana. Inhaling, taking the hands up to the sky, letting the gaze follow. Exhaling, forward folding. Over, forwards. Flexing those feet. Really trying to take the upper body forwards rather than just letting it collapse down. And not worrying where your hands land. The hands might be on the knees, they might be on the calves, or today they may find the outside edge of the feet. Be here for a couple more rounds of breath. Maybe starting to elongate that breath as we come towards the end of our time together and we enter the slower phase of the practice. And next inhale, we're going to roll up, plant our feet at the top of the mat, and we're going to roll down onto our back and then let those legs go out long, coming in to our Shavasana, our final resting position. Letting everything lie heavy here on the mat. Letting go of any tension in the body. You are completely held in this position. And on our next inhale, we're going to tuck our knees into our chest. We're going to wrap our arms around our knees. And we're going to rock from left to right, right to left. And then we're going to come over onto whichever side feels most comfortable. And in your own time, push up into a seated position on your mat. We're going to finish today's practice by all engaging in an Om. So the Om is the universal sound, and yeah, we'll just take one round to finish with this beautiful vibration. So we'll inhale deeply, exhale it out, inhale to prepare. Inhaling, rise those arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope you enjoyed that slightly different flow where we played with bringing in some vibrations. That was your day 14. If you're coming with us for the challenge, well done. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye for now.